I got something for you guys too. Yeah, I want you guys
Uh,
to.
okay. Hey, you got it today, man. I don't got the energy to fight you today. You got it.
Just ruin the intro, why
You
don't
got
you?
it.
Just he's so used to coming in cold, he's being a little jerk about it.
No, I'm
He's
not,
being a
man.
little jerk. No, I'm talking about me.
Oh,
I'm talking about myself in third person again.
okay, not third person.
And just for the record, I would go as far as to say this. JID might be one of top 10 in Atlanta right now. I'll throw that out there confidently. But we're not talking about music. We're going to be talking about video games. Let's get this thing started.
All right, I think that's everything. All right, cool. Hello. Welcome to episode 239 of the Super Weapon Podcast, most overpowered podcast on the internet. It's your boy, Dare Stars, and as always, I got my co-host DC here with me today.
Look, I am excited, okay? I'm going to tell you why. I'm just coming in hot, going to skip the intro, baby. I'm coming in hot. So you notice, right? I got my hoodie on. I call this my Dr. Doom, right? Ooh. I call this my Dr. Doom hoodie because I didn't know this was going to come so quick, but check it out. Look in the background.
Ooh, I see the Doom mask. That's very cool.
Here. Wait,
Doom.
where's my hand? Oh. So I got a thing where I'm collecting masks, and my Doom mask came early.
That's very cool, man.
Probably we got the same hoodie on, you feel me? But I pre-ordered this like 4 months ago and forgot about it, and it just showed up in the mail.
I remember we talked about it a couple months ago. One episode we were talking about Doom and stuff. Like that's pretty cool though. It's pretty. It looks larger than I was expecting it. That's really nice, man.
Actually, I'm kind of one drawback though. I'm kind of sad because my Black Panther helmet, I could actually put it on and wear it.
Yeah.
A Doom, you could put it on and wear it too. It just runs a little bit small because my ginormous astronomical planet-sized head. I can't, like, you would probably be able to fit it, but it made me sad because I probably could squeeze my head in there, but then I'll have a headache. And we don't
or maybe it was designed that way because at one point that shit was fused to his face. So that'd be cool. Wouldn't that be a cool little Easter egg with that? That'd be tight. So.
Yeah, man. I was like, I swells it on halfway, and then I was like, I think I could get it all the way on, but I was like, I might not be able to get it.
Ooh, being trapped in that? Oh my god, that'd be awful. So
they just be walking around the house like I gotta call 911 because I can't get out my Doom mask, bro.
Nah, that's pretty cool, man. It's cool to see. I kind of feel like superheroes are kind of cool again, with Superman or at least they're in the news cycle right now for, because Superman and Fantastic Four came out and they both have pretty good reviews. And I'm thinking about
Fantastic Four has been doing good.
Yeah, like I think I might want to go see one of them or maybe both at some point. I was thinking about waiting, but they got good reviews, so we'll see what happens with that, man. It's nice to see. Shout out to James Gunn, running DC. The DCU is what it's called, not the DCEU. I saw some people talking about that, like, but I've heard really, really good things about Superman, even though I'm not like a super big fan of him myself, but I can respect a good movie, a good, superhero film. So,
and to throw this tidbit out, James Gunn did have a hand in Lollipop Chainsaw.
Yeah, you mentioned that. So what was he, like a producer or something, or what was his role?
Creative director, I want to say. He had a big part in it. It wasn't like a little minuscule role. Like and it's a lot of drama surrounding it right now because they want to create a part 2 with like different devs and stuff, and I'm just gonna leave out some of the stuff that they were saying because it was pissing me off. It was just like buzzwords, DI and all this other bullshit.
Oh, the usual nonsense conversation. Yeah.
They was like, this is going to be less DI and all this stuff and blah blah blah, and that's why I got denied. That's why the studio said fuck off. But anyway,
that's cool.
Anyway, it's good to be here, man. Great Saturday. The weather is not blistering hot outside. It's a nice little cool breeze, which means it's probably going to rain. And ever since I moved to my new place, I don't think I've been having too many blackout
Oh
issues.
yeah, man. How are you? Are you kind of settled in now? Like, how are you? How are you liking the new spot, man?
Man, I've been Bob the Builder since I moved here because I bought all new everything.
Yeah.
So
Heck yeah.
bookcases, fireplaces, beds, and I've like literally then bought all new everything. So
Nice.
it's almost clear. Like everything is kind of like set up. I just got to set up my little wine table with my wines and where I'm gonna put my wine and
Ooh.
drinks at. And I think that's the last thing I have to build. Then I have
Yeah.
to paint this bookcase. Yeah, everything is coming along great, man. Everything's looking good, looking
That's
exactly
awesome.
how I want it to look. So yeah, man, probably this weekend. I'll probably finish up this weekend. The
Heck
little
yeah.
knickknacks. But it's been good, man. I've been enjoying the new place because
Yeah.
I feel like with a new place is new energy,
Yeah.
this new creative energy. It's just the the feel of just being somewhere new, like it got the juices flowing, you know what I'm saying? So it's been
Right.
all good, man.
That's
It's
good,
been very
man. That's really nice. I know. It's crazy. It's been almost a month, right? It's been 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
yeah, because it's time for me to pay rent.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, rent got to get paid next week, unfortunately,
Yo,
man.
but speaking of, hey, I don't know if you've been looking because I be on realtor.com like every
Uh,
week. Prices of houses are going down.
I've been seeing little rumblings here and there. You know, I've
I know in
been
my
doing.
area.
I've honestly been doing a lot more. I've been taking some time to really like learn or become more financial literate. I guess that's the best way to put it.
Mhm.
And real estate is one area that I've been kind of paying attention to. I know some people are thinking there's going to be another crash, just to turn this into a financial podcast real quick. But I don't personally foresee a crash like people are hoping. I don't think we'll get to that point ever again. But I think there's a floor to where this is going to go, and we'll kind of see. But maybe in a couple years, hopefully me and Lisa will be able to get a house. That's the dream anyway. So it,
Well, I'm right there with you. I've created
yeah.
literally the past week, I've created a plan in my head. Plans can always go to the left or they can succeed. And I'm a little optimistic about my
Get
plan.
get AI to do it, bro.
But
Get AI to help you with it, man. That's what I've been. I know people are so like, look, man. People are
hey man,
so
abuse AI. Just
anti.
throw it out there. Just throw it out there.
Yeah, use it for the purposes you need, man. It's been a really helpful tool for me. Like I use it pretty much every day at work anyway. I kind of have to, but it's useful to help. It's such a big time saver, especially when you're, like you said, planning out your future and everything. Like it helps so much, man. Like I've come up with like a great study plan for myself and stuff. Obviously, I wasn't able to act
It
on it this
definitely helps
week,
with
but
study.
yeah,
It definitely helps with studying, bro.
yeah,
It definitely because the thing is, you can use AI to kind of break stuff down to
hmm
the simplest form, so to speak.
yeah, give you
Like it
better
will give
context.
you a
Yeah,
blueprint. Like, for example, let's just say I'm spitballing here. Let's just say you wanted to enter the gaming industry, right?
hmm
And you put, how do I enter the gaming industry? AI will break it down step by step by step. And then you'll take those baby steps and look into them further.
yeah,
And just kind of keep asking AI questions and it break it down to the point where, you know what I'm saying? You still gonna have to do like your own research, but you'll have like a guideline on where to go. Like you won't be so lost. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So yeah,
It,
man, use the tools that you can at your disposal to get ahead in life. That's how I feel.
or you will get left behind. I'm just being honest. So, but it's
Yeah.
cool though.
That's
I hope you had a good week, man. Hope work was good. I know I didn't really get to talk to you guys as much because of everything that was going on this past week with me, but I'm just gonna say I'm glad to be here. It's good to happy Saturday.
yeah,
I
I
was
sent I sent Lisa memes too.
yeah, I'm very happy. She's doing much better too, man. Thanks for checking in and stuff.
I sent her black
Yeah,
cat.
yeah, she was laughing at it. Yeah, just for guys who don't know, like I I don't really talk about my personal life on social media or anything like that. But my wife, she had a pretty scary health scare this past week, and she was in the hospital for 3 days. And so was I. I was there. I didn't really leave much. Only left to kind of feed the cats and stuff. But she's doing much better. We're still kind of monitoring the situation, of course, but she's doing much, much better. Very, very scary moment there. I hate hospitals. I hate them with a burning
You
passion.
know what?
So
I might have to agree with you on that. It's something I hate the smell of hospitals.
yeah,
I don't know why. The smell of hospitals really piss me
it's
off, and
it's
I can't tell
that,
you
and it's just like I understand, like, there are other sick people in the hospital, right? Like, I get that.
right.
But when it's somebody you really care about and love, like, you kind of just want shit to go a little bit faster, like, get to the point where she's better.
It's anxiety ridden.
Yeah.
Hospitals are like a big ball of just
Yeah.
anxiety. Like every time I go in one, I just like when my mom had surgery, what,
Hmm.
2 months ago, 3 months ago. I feel you on that. Like I was just sitting there and I was just like, because it just seems like nothing's never happening
Yes. Yes.
until it
Yes.
happens.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like, yo, what are they doing?
Yeah. Yeah. It was. It
But then
was.
it's like,
It was pretty scary, man. Like, it's. And I haven't, just like you. Like, I hadn't been in a hospital since my mom passed, so it was. Bringing up some uncomfortable feelings,
mhm.
and went through all those good emotions, bad emotions, and I'm just glad
Yeah.
just glad she's doing better. Hadn't really slept a
But I
whole
will
lot this
say,
week, but
I will say this while we're on that.
mm,
I do want to give a big salute to all the nurses. Like
mhm, mhm.
when my mom, she had her surgery, like all the nurses were on point, man. They were doing their job. I'm pretty sure their job is
Yeah,
strenuous. I have one of them, like my ex is a nurse and all this stuff, so I know how it goes.
yeah.
But shout out to the nurses, man. They don't get enough love. I don't think. I don't
Nah,
think they get
they're
enough love for this.
her nursing, the staff and stuff that we had, like, they were incredible. Her doctor was a bit of a tool, but I guess that kind of comes with the territory.
I think
But
all doctors are tools.
yeah, he was a bit of an
A
asshole.
little
I'm not gonna lie.
pretentious.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Mhm.
But
Funny story. You want to hear? My my father almost got into it with our doctor when we was there.
yeah, same,
Uh,
same. Had to
what?
restrain myself. Yes, 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 yes,
Hmm.
yes. It's like when they don't give you the information you're seeking, it's hard to remain calm. Like I said, when you're in a helpless situation, like, it sucks. And all you kind of want to do is just show emotion, and you're just kind of there. You know what I mean? So, and
Word.
I mean, I understand hospitals can't put like extra beds in there. But make the bench that you lay on a little bit more comfortable, man. I was sleeping on, like, fucking granite for three for
Steel.
3 days. Yeah, like, I
He was
was.
sleeping on steel,
Yeah, it
boy.
was pretty awful. I'm not gonna lie, man. But yeah, like I said, she's doing much better. I know, like I said, I don't really talk a lot about my personal life for various reasons, but she's not gonna be in chat. She's actually she's going to get her nails done right now with Michaela. So if you guys,
Ooh, she out getting fancy.
yeah, so next time you guys see her, just shoot her some well wishes and everything. I'm sure she'd appreciate it. So, anywho, take care of yourselves, guys. As we get older in life, man, it's life be lifing, man. I'm not excited for that hospital bill that we're inevitably gonna get. So,
Oh, that's always
uh,
fun. Huh? Did I
hell
tell
yeah,
y'all that story about when I saw my MRI bill and I almost died?
yeah.
I didn't tell y'all that, did I?
Insurance is a scam in the U.S. If you don't stay in the U.S., it's a scam. Don't move here.
Dude, when she put that sheet of paper on here and said, I need you to sign here,
Yeah,
and I saw that $20,000, I said, excuse me, bitch?
yeah. It's a fucking
And then
scam.
she was like, oh, well, with your insurance, it's going to be down to $2,000. I said, shit, I don't want that
That's
either.
still a lot. Yeah, like, you're like, what?
No, no, Darius, you don't understand. My heart dropped through my ass when I saw that 20K. I said, what?
Yeah,
I looked at it and I almost just ran out the building. Like, I'm not paying this. Y'all might as well just ruin my credit. I'm not paying this.
yeah. Just
What do
send it.
they do?
Send it.
Repo your organs? Like, if you don't
Nah,
pay it?
they'll just send it to collections. That's all that happens.
Collections. Hello, my name's, I'm
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
It's me again.
Just send me a letter in the mail. I'll be fine. But
Yeah, just garnish my wages, and then I'll just move on to the
ooh,
rest.
oh man,
Okay, let's get started, damn it. We're starting to get
garnishing.
about personal.
Yeah,
Garnish is a
that's so
that's a
fun.
word you don't never wanna hear.
Yeah,
You
that's
get
so
that
funny.
check, it's light in the ass. Why do I got $19 on my check?
Ooh man, imagine they just take the entire amount out of one paycheck. Jesus Christ, that's so crazy.
Bro, you take 20K. I wish I was getting paid 20K a check, boy.
Right,
Let me tell you,
right.
pod would be astronomical. We would be through the roof.
All right, guys. Sorry about that, man. Just little life updates, man. We trying to not just always jump into stuff real quick, but we appreciate y'all for being
Yeah,
here.
we
It's
wanna know how y'all
always
feeling too, man. So throw them comments in the chat, man. Hope you guys are feeling good.
yeah. See, man, it's you needed the pod today, Tori. Me too, man. This is something that's needed for us. I feel like as a community, it's always nice to be here, bro. So, anywho, man, let's talk some video games, man. This has been you know, even though I was kind of outside of the loop on what was going on in the world itself, I was still kind of sitting in a hospital, you don't really have much to do. After a while, it starts to kind of all bleed together. So it was a pretty light news week. We do have some notable conversation today. So I'm pretty excited to talk about, some of the stuff that we have. And the first thing I did want to mention, I figured would be the best thing to start off with was the Microsoft news that we got this week, or Xbox news, excuse me. And that's Xbox's plan to delay the raising of their first party game prices to $80. I don't know if this is for just this year. I was trying to look at. I think it's just for the holiday season. I'm not sure at what point they're planning to go to $80, but this is notable in particular because of Outer Worlds 2, which was retailing at $80, but now the price has been pushed down to $69.99, which is fantastic, I think. And those who have pre-ordered the game will be getting a refund on their platform of choice. So if you pre-ordered it on Steam or Xbox or wherever, I don't know how they're handling the refunds, but you will get that difference back, which is awesome. So shout out to Xbox, man. I want to give them their flowers, but at the same time, I'm kind of wary about this because I wonder if this was a reaction to the news of them letting go as many people as they did, canceling all those projects and firing all those people. Like, I wonder if this is kind of like a goodwill, hey, we fucked up, here's some flowers, like we messed up real bad. But it's still good news for the consumers at large, because I think Outer Worlds 2 is going to be a really good game. I know some people were wondering about pre-orders, if that was the issue, like if they weren't hitting those numbers that they were expecting, or it could be a mix of all those things. But how do you kind of feel about this news, man, this delay of raising the prices to the inevitable $80 that we will get to eventually?
Well, just sending out a few quick notifications and get some people up in here. But anyway, um, this pricing, like it always come back to this. We have a couple of episodes, probably a lot of episodes discussing this in depth, and there will be future episodes, talking about this in depth. Um, it's a balance. It's like I get the prices going up, right? I get it. I understand it. But on the same token,
Yeah.
are we getting quality content? Because honestly, me, myself, I don't mind paying the extra money
Yeah.
if it's worth it.
Right.
And like, I understand from like your casual gamer, they just see like, oh, I gotta pay more money, right? But we kind of know on the back end what's going on the back end, right? All the stuff that's going on, like with devs getting paid, the production of gaming is going up.
Yeah.
Um,
Crunch.
it's crunch and trying to get people paid correctly. You got the publishers, it's so many gears that's working in the background and trying to make these games profitable and make game consoles profitable. It's just all just been a big mess in this pot that everyone's trying to figure out. So me personally, I don't mind the prices going up,
Yeah.
but you gotta give the people something in return for these prices going up. Like these games coming out incomplete and coming out like the way they've been coming out, like just coming out half baked. I feel like if you're going to sell a product at that price, the game needs to be like in superior condition when it dropped, no first day patches and all this other stuff. But it's just like, I don't know, man. Like, I understand people on both sides. Like, I get
Yeah.
it. Like, people like, yo, that's too much. I completely understand. And then it takes the hobby of gaming. I think you kind of pricing people out
Oh,
as
that's
well.
a yeah, that's 100% what's. I think it's fair to say we're either rapidly approaching that point or we're already past it. Especially when we get closer to next gen, and just like you mentioned, right? Like the quality of some certain AAA titles that come out aren't always where they should be. Whether that's the game isn't what it was promised to be. There are technical issues, graphical issues. The day one patch stuff. I kind of I'm in the middle about that because that's usually just like stuff that they couldn't finish before it shipped. So it's like minor development fixes. I don't really necessarily that's kind of like a shoulder shrug for me at this point because we've been dealing with like day one patches for a decade plus at this point, and usually it's like small stuff, but I'm like I said, I'm glad that they chose to do this. This is a nice gesture, but as we've seen with Xbox and Microsoft at this point, eventually this conversation is going to come up again. They're going to raise their prices. This isn't a permanent, hey, we're just defying the market. We're just going to continue to take losses on sales of games. Like this is a temporary band-aid that will get ripped off. It's going to hurt eventually for consumers, and I wonder when that point is that they're going to push their prices to $80. I mean, because I was the first thing that came to my mind too when I heard this news was Call of Duty. we haven't
Oh
got
yeah.
we haven't gotten a hard release date as well as like pricing information for COD 7 or Black Ops 7 when it comes out. So is that going
It's
to
gonna
be
be
$80
yeah.
or is that going to be
Yes.
$70? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yes. I
so
guarantee it.
I
Can I be a
don't.
betting man
Well,
here?
I don't know because of this announcement. You just don't know anymore, right? Like because I mean, this game comes out. I think Outer Worlds 2 comes out October 29th. So that's the end of October. So typically, Call of Duty launches around that time. So we haven't. What's it gonna be? You know what I mean? So it's definitely Microsoft has they have a difficult path ahead of them. I think for the next year or so, especially with the games
They
that
need
they
to solve
have
them.
to come out next year. Fable, but what's the Clockwork Revolution? Some of those other games that people are really looking forward to. Those games kind of have to hit the mark, man.
Kind of.
Winnie says
I think we're no, go ahead.
I was just gonna read what Winnie says. He says AAA games are mostly a waste. It's about making money. Expo 33 did what they can't with a small team and publisher, all for $50, and they can't make a complete game for 70s. Now the price should stay the same. I am not in disagreement up to a point. I feel like I look at it like this. You're trading time, or you're either sacrificing time or you're sacrificing development, certain things in development cycle. So you could say, okay, so we want to have a smaller team. We want to release a smaller project. Like a game like Expedition 33, which has done very well. Shout out to that team. I told you guys, I promise you, I'm going to start playing it this week.
Oh, when you please
Forgive
play,
me.
at least play the first act, which is
I
30
think I'm about
hours.
halfway through the first act. Like I'm well
Finish
into the
it so
game,
we
so
can discuss.
yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No,
Finish what you
you're
were doing.
good. You're good. But okay, so then at that point you're like, okay, so we'll have a smaller team and we have a smaller scoped game versus having a few hundred up to upwards of 1,000 people on a game that could take 7 or 8 years. At that point, you gotta weigh the pros and cons. I mean, it's a tough thing because as you're trying to push a medium forward, it's not always easy just to ignore the cost overall. And because I mean, like I personally don't think AAA itself the that is the problem. I think the model of it is, because you can even look at quote unquote double A or indie games, those aren't cheap. I've heard plenty of indie developers talk about how the prices of those games, like to develop those games, have gone up to easily seven figure ranges for a lot of games. And I'm curious about how much it costs for Expedition 33, to be developed. For them to come to that price point. That's a very interesting topic. It's
Yes, that is true. Or they could just give us
like
the
what
Game Pass.
yeah.
You'll never find out what we did.
Yeah, I mean, like what concessions did they make to get that game out the door and at that price point? I'm always interested to know this stuff. It's very,
And
very
sometimes you never
interesting.
find out either. Like,
Yeah.
some people are really like closed doors about those situations. And
Hmm.
I mean, I feel that Weenie feels very strongly about this. He's one of our mods. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll have him as a guest one day and we all can just fight about it. That would be fun.
Nah, I
But
mean he brings up great points, man. It's very true. You have certain there seems to be at least nowadays at least one double A or indie game a year that kind of captures the moment for a while, and I think Expedition definitely was that. I think even
man,
more
let
so
me
than
tell
like
you.
Schedule One, even more so than I can't even think of something. Peak, the one game that everyone's been playing lately. Like I think
Oh,
Expedition
the
33 was the
streamer
one.
game that's not going to be around long.
Yeah.
That's what I call that.
Well,
Another
I wouldn't say
streamer
that.
game.
I think it'll still have a audience, but as far as like I said, like capturing the moment, like capturing the general conversation of gamers, right? I
Mhm.
think that did. I think that held that more than any other game this year, which is really interesting. It was rumored between 15 to 30 million.
Well, I believe,
Jesus.
man, and I just believe you have to make a well executed, fun game. It doesn't have to be like
Yeah.
super realistic graphically. Just make a complete and fun game. If you look at these indie games that are coming out,
Yeah.
they like Schedule One looks crazy. It looked like South Park, like the graphics and stuff, but
Yeah.
the formula of the game, what you have to do, and like it's just fun. It's just something you pick up, have
Hmm.
fun. You just shut your brain off. Like sometimes you don't need that deep Final Fantasy. I gotta figure out which potion to pour on top of my head. Like, sometimes people don't really want to do
Yeah.
all that. And then when they do all that and it's poorly executed, you kind of turn people off. And shout out to Justin in the chat. What's up, Justin? How
Yo
you
yo
doing, brother?
yo.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
2 hit
know.
points. That's
Yeah.
Justin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know.
I forgot. Yeah, I know who that is. Okay, but anyway, yeah, man. Sometimes I think like it's about figuring something out that's different, bro. Like something I've been saying this all the time. Like right now, we are getting a shit ton of Souls like games that's just being pushed out. Like I'm already burnt out on that shit. I'm already burnt out on it already. It's the same formulas. It's
Well,
like,
that's even funnier you mentioned that because I saw people arguing about what technically is a Souls like and what isn't. Shout out to Beezy. He was talking about it on Twitter. Because
we call him Soul Man
because
because
he
he play
he
all
he
the
plays a
joints.
lot of them, and apparently people don't consider God, what's the game with not the one that just came out, not Wu
Last week
Chang, not Liza P, the one with the with when you're playing the Monkey
that just
King.
came out.
No, the by the Chinese developers that came out like a year ago.
With the monkey.
Yeah, I forget what the name of that game is. People don't.
No,
Some
you
people
said it
don't
right.
consider that a Souls game, which is interesting. Wukong, thank
And
you.
then
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, you
Wukong.
said that. You said it
No, I
right.
said Wu Chang. Like Wu Chang is the one that came out the other day. Wu Chang Black Feathers,
Oh yeah.
Falling Feathers, or
See,
whatever.
look, I can't even tell the damn difference. Like,
Yeah, Wukong,
and then
thank you.
remember that
Yeah,
one
yeah.
that came out on Game Pass that people forgot about? It
What was
came out
that?
on Game Pass. What? It'll be the top of the year.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody forgot about it. I forgot the name
I
of
can't.
it,
Yeah, I don't
but it
remember
was a
that one.
Souls-like game too. Like you getting so many of these type of games, and they're not breaking any molds. Like hack and slash games, Souls games, like they're not doing anything different, bro. They're not doing anything different at all, bro.
Yeah, I'm curious
And
to know what the draw is for. Like, what's the secret sauce what's the secret ingredient that makes certain ones different from the other ones? Because I watched a review of Wu Chang
because
the other
if
day
it ain't what is it? If it ain't from whatever,
from
whoever
Soft.
makes,
Yeah, from
if it
Soft.
ain't from soft people, I heard people say it's not a real Souls game unless it's from them.
which is
And
crazy. That's such a crazy
people are just
statement.
gatekeepy and fucking weird, man.
Yeah, yeah,
They're weirdos.
but that is to say, like, to piggyback off what Bellcross was saying, like he said, he lost faith in Microsoft. You know, I feel the same way about Sony. You know, if we're being completely honest, they've had games that they've canceled. You know, lest we forget Concord. You know, $450 million down the drain at that point. You know, and it's I think like I said, man, like my I don't feel like the problem is AAA gaming per se. I think the model of it is the problem, where you're pushing everything to bleeding edge graphics, you know, fidelity, or you're trying to develop you're trying to push the medium forward in some way. You know, that research and that money that costs money, right? Like what was the game what was the studio ZeniMax's MMO that they were developing that Microsoft canceled? They had been working on that game, I think I was reading, like 6 years or something, but they were developing a brand new IP and the game engine for it. So that stuff takes time, right? And then once again, that money starts to, starts to add up
Mhm.
after a while. And, at that point, I wonder if these companies are like, is the juice worth the squeeze? Because I
Mm.
mean, look at what Microsoft is doing now. They're releasing on all platforms everywhere. And Sony's going to follow suit. People aren't going to want to hear that job listing that people were all up in arms about yesterday. Like, Sony is going to start releasing their games on other platforms, man. Just,
And I can't wait. I
I
can't wait
just
to see the
get
Sony
ready
ponies
for it.
melt.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch them melt their
Well, no.
pants.
What's gonna happen is they're gonna move the goalposts. It's gonna be, oh well, we had these games first. You guys are getting our sloppy seconds. Oh, well this. Oh, well that. Like, I mean, it's always gonna, the goalpost is always gonna be
Uh,
moved. Like,
spare me. Spare
yeah,
me.
we have so
I
many.
can't wait to argue with them in Reddit.
We have so many games that new isn't something that anyone can achieve. It is extremely rare, and that's fine. It just needs to be fun and well put together. Yeah, it is tough. Gaming. I always ask this. This is the easiest way I always describe it to people. Is I always ask everybody the same question: what is your definition of fun? You're gonna get a different answer for every single person. What's your definition of a fun video game? What's your definition of a fun video game? That's the stuff that developers are trying to contend with, right? And I mean, it's unfortunately capitalism. At the end of the day, number must go up. We sold 2 million for our first game. All right, now we have to do 2.5. Now we have to do 2.8.
It really do
You
be
know.
like that, and that makes me laugh because it's like
Mm-hmm.
you could break all kind of records. Like your game could just do astronomical numbers,
Mm-hmm.
and instead of celebrating, you celebrate for a day, and then it's just like, okay, we've been greenlit for a part two of this game.
Yeah.
Now we have to sell whatever we sold plus or times two. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
And then they'll be like,
it's
okay, well, here are all these features that we didn't get to put in the first game. Let's put them in the next
mhm.
game. Let's expand on the features from the first game. Hey, Microsoft, can we have an extra $50 million to put this? We really want this in the game. We think it'll be great. We think people will love it. It's a vicious cycle, man, and I don't have a right answer for it. Obviously, I mean, this is all a great conversation too in chat too, man. I appreciate
Actually
everybody's opinions,
nobody.
but
The reason why we're going through this because no one has the right answer.
mm-mm.
The same way we struggle to come up with an answer, I think a lot of these developers, publishers, and whatnot, everybody's trying to
Yeah,
get the most out of whatever they can. Like they squeezing the hell out of that lemon, and they want every single morsel out of that thing, even the seed. So
yeah, yeah,
it's definitely going to be a conversation that we're going to be having for a long time, and y'all got to just come to the conclusion that somebody's going to be on the side of, you know what, this is not for me. Like a lot of people are just gonna, a lot of people are gonna
mm,
say, hey, $80 is too much, I'm not spending that.
yeah,
And that's fine. That's I with this economy, I completely understand. I don't want to sound like a, elitist or anything like that. I totally get people not wanting to pay that. Me personally, I can't even think of the last time I bought a game. Usually when I buy games, they're on Steam, so they're on sale or they on
yeah.
Xbox Game Pass. The last game that I bought, I can't even remember. It might have been Callisto Protocol. I think I want to say that was the last game that I
Ooh,
bought.
now you
Bought.
got me thinking about it. What was the last video game I purchased? Oh my gosh, Was it Callisto Protocol?
Yeah, I think we both bought
Like
that
2 years
bullshit.
ago? That game was awful, man. Oh
Man,
god,
that
such a
game was, hey,
disappointment,
just
bro.
hold the dodge button and you just get through the whole game.
After you figure that out, the game is immediately easier, man. It's
Yeah, you just
gosh.
hold the dodge button and it automatic I don't know what ass munch thought of that. I think that was a glitch.
When I
I think
figured
they
that shit
forgot
out,
to
dude,
change
I
that.
was like, no way. I was like, is this okay? I was like, this is immediately not scary anymore. That's
Hey, Donkey Kong up there for game of the year, man. I don't
yeah.
care what
A lot
nobody
of people,
say,
yeah.
bro.
Shout out to Justin and
People
Chat,
are
you know.
loving Donkey Kong, man.
Hmm.
They are like everybody I talk to who has the Switch 2 they are saying that Donkey Kong is a must buy. And from the gameplay that I've seen, the beautiful landscapes, the game, any game where you could just destroy random shit, it's gonna
Yeah,
be a win.
it's magic. What they've done with that game is absolute magic. The fact that you can
It looks
dig
really
through
good
pretty
too.
much any surface and find something worthwhile is crazy.
Yeah,
I
and it
mean,
looked
shout
like
out
if
to them,
you
man. You know, that's man.
ooh, I do wanna hey, I do wanna play, what's that SWAT like game that just came out?
Oh,
But
ready or
it's
not?
so
Yeah,
I'm not paying a full price for a game that's been out that long. They can look.
I don't even know when it. I know it was on Steam. It's on my wish list actually. I'm looking at it right now. When did this release?
Well, the thing is, it's been out on PC for a while, and then it just came out on console.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was early access. Okay. I mean, it's $50. That's not bad. $50 ain't bad.
Yeah, I'll patiently wait. It's on Steam. It'll be on sale soon.
But yeah, as I say, just wait for a Steam sale.
Yeah, I'll just wait.
Yeah, just wait for a Steam
And
sale.
then you have people like me. I always buy my games on sale because I don't have to be the first person to play a game.
Yeah.
Like when it comes out, you have some of those people who just immediately have to buy it and play it, and that's cool. Not
It just
knocking you.
man, it yeah, that's a very rare thing for me. You know, like we were just
Mhm.
talking before we
What's
started
Borderlands?
recording, like Borderlands 4 is a day one purchase for me. You know,
Ooh.
100%. That's
I hope they don't let you down, man.
I don't think they will. I've seen enough of the game and heard enough opinions about it from people who have played it. The only thing
Mhm.
I want to know about is in game at this point. Now I just want to know about in game, which I'll find out next month or the month after next. Like I just really feel like Borderlands is gonna be one of those ones for me. You know, it's gonna be what I want it through to be. But it's very rare, just like you said, like it's very rare I will just straight up day one purchase a video game. And I mean, you have people that like people in our community. Weenie's is definitely one of those, people who are always promoting smaller games, smaller teams, more interesting titles. I think is really cool. And it's just interesting to see where the industry's headed, especially as the generation behind us start to come up and become young adults and get their own money. Like how are they going to pull those kids away from Roblox, from Fortnite? How do you
Mm,
contend with those games? Because you're talking about
you don't.
a machine. Those games, I have seen some of the craziest, and I mean like I think I
Mm,
sent it to you the other day.
the H-Town,
No, 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 no. It was
Roblox
it was a
H-Town is hilarious.
Roblox. It was a Roblox like anime fighting game. Like you had all these cool anime moves and stuff. It was pretty insane. The stuff that I've seen from that is just
Yeah, you
I get
sent me that, and then my friend who's from Texas,
yeah.
he sent me the H-Town Roblox, so, like, they had the cars with the rims on them, and
Yeah.
they was having, like, a little car meet in the parking lot. It was hilarious. I was like and people in the comments is what made it funny to me because they was like, "Yo, is this what my kids play? Like, I thought
Hmm.
Roblox was a kids game." And I was like, "See,
It
this is
is,
why
but
you
it's
gotta
not.
watch your goddamn
Yeah.
kids. You gotta watch your
Yeah.
kids
It is
because
and
you
it
can
isn't,
create
man.
anything." They have, what? They got, like, Call of Duty type battle royales and
Yeah,
stuff
my
in there
nephew,
that
my
people
nephews have been, my nephews play that, and they play another one that's like football. It's like Madden, and it looks really good. Like I was sitting there watching them play it. I was like, "What the?" Like it's
dog,
it's
look
it's
at it
crazy
kinda make me wanna create a Roblox account just to see what I
just
can
to
make.
explore it, right? Like it's so
Yeah,
interesting, man. Like, and that's
'cause
and
I
that's
thought
what
the same
these
thing.
that's what these companies have to contend with. We
Now imagine if you can create that. I wonder whatever happened to that project that they were making where it was like Roblox, like, but uh, mm, it was like the graphics were
uh
No, 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 because wasn't that the Unreal Engine thing that they were trying to create? What am I thinking
Are you
about?
talking about Fortnite? Like where you can make your, I forget what Fortnite has. Unreal something something.
Yeah, was it through Fortnite?
Yeah, they have their own, like
To where
you
you
can make
kinda
your
make
own
your own
game.
games and
Yeah.
stuff? Yeah, I think we're thinking about the same thing.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah,
I
Fortnite
wonder
you
whatever
can
happened with
do,
that.
I mean, you
But
can
no, if you look on
still play.
Fortnite
Yeah.
yeah, if you look on Fortnite and look through, the playlist, it's set up just like Roblox. Like, there's
Yeah.
games in
Mhm.
Fortnite like that now,
Yeah.
to where you can just make anything.
So I was curious. I mean, I'm curious to see how they kind of try to pull those kids away from those. I mean, even like Minecraft, we don't talk about it as much, but Minecraft is still, I believe, the most watched game on YouTube ever. I'm pretty sure that's accurate. Like, it has the most watch hours for any video game ever of all time. So
And it's the same thing with, Minecraft. It's like
that's what I just say. Minecraft is
yeah.
just a monster, and continues to be such. I don't get it. I've tried Minecraft. It's cool. Like, I just don't. It's not for me.
It
I've
hurts my eyes.
I've tried Minecraft a couple of different times. It's just not something I'm
Yeah,
interested
I
in.
think every time we talk about it, I go try it, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
"Eh."
I get kind of bored at 10, 15 minutes in. I'm like, all right, this
And
is
I'm a
fun.
person who loves to build shit. I just think it's the blocks that throws me off.
Oh, the art style. Yeah.
Yeah, it literally
Yeah.
hurts my eyes. Like, it hurts my eyes to look at after a long
Yeah.
time.
I don't
Like, I
know.
made this giant wall, and I was like, "Okay, my eyes are hurting because I was
Yeah.
trying to make a village, and I was like, "Mm."
It just didn't do it for me. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, so, we'll see what happens with Microsoft and what their ultimate end point for the $70 price tag is going to be. I'm going to guess it'll be before the end of next year. Or
And
let me know.
Microsoft
I'm gonna
always
say before Fable comes out, they are going to raise the price again.
yeah,
They have. I just kind of have to at this point, because if you wait until Fable gets its release date, that's gonna hurt that game. So I do. I feel like that's gonna hurt the game sales with Fable. I don't care how good it looks. People are
and
gonna be
that's
like,
probably and that's probably an argument that the devs and stuff are having with Microsoft, right?
mm-hmm.
That has to be an argument that they're having, like, "Hey, we want our game to sell," and Microsoft's like, "Look, we need this money. So,
Yeah.
y'all gonna drop that boy at 84.99.
Oh God.
We gonna see what it
No
do."
thanks. So we'll see, man. We'll see what they're gonna do. And yeah, that's the news with that. Let's talk about Battlefield, man. I'm actually
Ooh, where's Era at?
pretty excited to
Where
talk about it.
Era's our Battlefield correspondent, man.
Wait, wrong one. Here we go. Sorry.
Oh, we're flying away. Oh, we're flying away.
There we go. Just gonna play the trailer in
Flying
the back
away.
while we talk about it. So, Battlefield 4 trailer released, dropped this week, like 2 days ago, and I've watched this, I think, once or twice. Initial impressions for me, this kind of looks refreshing. As somebody who I have laid down my Call of Duty dog tags for good.
Yep, we're out of here.
I am bowing out of COD forever, and I'm looking for something, because we used to play Battlefield quite a bit, years ago, man. We were pretty big in like Battlefield 1, and we played a little bit of, I think, what was it, 3, before 1 came out, but, this just kind of looks absolutely fucking insane. I can't describe it any other way besides I can't imagine what the destruction in this game is going to look like once this game is out. And there's even rumors that this might drop in October, which I think is a mistake. I
I thought
think,
they said October 10th.
yeah, that's the rumor. I don't think there's an official date yet, but if I was Battlefield, I would drop this early next year. I would not drop this anywhere near Call of Duty. As much as we may be done with Call of Duty, it's still top 10 selling game every year. Usually like top 2.
I
So
I know you're speaking from a good business perspective, but me, I'm just a dickhead. I will drop that bitch a day before Call of Duty.
and I would not do that. This game would get buried.
You're just gonna kill your game,
Yeah,
right?
this game, that would be the end of Battlefield 6. Like, as much as,
But no,
and that's
you're
not,
smart
you know,
because you that gives the time that you're picking, it gives people because people like as much as Call of Duty sell,
yeah,
people get burnt out on it quick. And I think what you're saying is because once that burnout starts to kick in, then it's like,
yeah,
oh, well, Battlefield's dropping now. So
Yeah,
Yeah, you're logical and you're speaking from a good business
I
standpoint.
mean,
Me,
it's
I just want anarchy.
I want this game to succeed. I really do, man. Like I know Battlefield, what was it, 2042 didn't do so well when it first came out, but you know, I've heard from our good friend, our homie Era, man, you know, he's been playing it. Him and Weenie actually have been playing it a little bit, and they said really good things about it. But I think at this point, I'm just ready for something new, and I kind of hope
Mhm.
that. Oh, why did it do that? I'm kind of hoping that it does succeed. You know, I really want this to be something. You know, give me conquest mode, man, where it's like 60 on 60 v 60 or whatever the hell it is. Like those were the some of the most fun I've
And I
had. You know.
think I think that for me is where it was hard for me to play the game
Okay.
because in theory it sounds fun, but constantly getting sniped and not knowing where it's coming from or getting sniped 6,452
Getting shot from
yards
a mile
away.
away.
Yeah, it didn't register as fun to me. It's fun when you on the like on the other side of the gun. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fun. But when you're out there and you're just running and then you just get dropped, it's like, but I do like that mode where I think you said it right. Conquest mode where the
Yeah.
map moves
Yeah,
as
that's
you
what it
take
is.
over each part.
Yeah.
And you got like it's almost like end zone, end zone. Like you got to keep taking over areas until you get to their end zone, or they keep pushing until they get into yours.
Right.
I did love that mode. For this game to be a success, I think they really gonna have to lock in on the destruction mechanics because I know which one was that where they had a big building that falls down and the whole map transformed.
I want to say that was
Um, I,
Battlefield 3.
I know there was a lot of like technical issues with that. So I feel like all this destruction that they're showing in the demo, like if they could just lock in on that, because that would be that's their thing, right? Like
Yeah.
that's one of their signature moves,
That's the
so to
secret
speak.
ingredient like we
Yeah,
were
that's
talking
the secret
about. Yeah.
sauce. Like
Yeah.
so if they lock in on that, I hopefully this game comes out and like I said, it comes out in a good state. Like,
Yeah.
hopefully it don't come out and well, we know the servers might be a little fried, and that's I could deal with that. But I'm talking about as far as like in-game glitching, tech issues,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Like, hopefully it comes out and it doesn't have any of that. I want to see some destruction. Also, I want to see them. I know this is going to sound weird, and I'm not saying like small maps, but maybe little, like, more, like, medium size, like, because Battlefield
Yeah.
is just known to have these ginormous maps that you can get lost in, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I wanna see some more
Well, you know what they
medium
do with
size. I
that?
don't want
Go ahead.
small ones. I don't want small because Call of Duty started this last Call of Duty, if you haven't noticed, they created all these little small chaotic maps and it just got so arcadey. And speaking of arcadey, I don't want to see no cartoon skins either. Please, God, please, please,
Don't hold your breath. I'm gonna say
please.
this. I'm
Well,
gonna say
I
this.
personally wrote them a letter. I said skins are fine. I don't want to see cartoon stuff like
Sure.
with this, like how it looks like anime or like if you come out with a crazy skin and but like I feel like that flat 2D kinda look throws the whole game off. Is it
Yeah.
just me?
Nah, I agree with you. I agree with that. I think there should be there. Come on, you know, there's better ways to be more creative. I agree with that. But as far as like the map size thing that you were talking about, what they've done in the past is they'll just take some of those. Like, let's say you have a map like a conquest map that has
And
like
they'll take
three
part
different
of the
states. They'll just take chunks of them, and usually, you know,
I'm
that'll
okay
be
with
the
that.
map. That's usually what they'll typically do. And
Yeah, yeah, I'm definitely okay with that.
yeah,
Like, a little bit of variety is all. That's all I'm saying, like
Weenie, you don't want the Ninja Turtles. You don't want to play as
but see,
Raphael.
Weenie, you know what? I wasn't even that mad at the Ninja Turtles because it was, like, 3D.
They look
Like,
like
I'm
the
talking about,
movie
like,
ones.
the
Yeah.
yeah, I'm talking about, like, the Beavis and Butthead and American Dad. That shit looked dumb.
It's just weird. Yeah.
All the cartoony, weird, like, put that because it fits better in Fortnite because the coloring and the landscape of
Yeah.
Fortnite.
Well, let me ask you this: if they would have went to a style that kind of fits more into the game, would you be all right with it? Like if it was more of like a realistic American Dad character, Beavis and Butthead,
I
etc.
don't want to see a realistic American Dad or Beavis and Butthead.
When that
No,
like besides their
fuck 'em.
portions
And
being
who
way off,
asking for this, bro? People my age asking for this shit.
hey, people are spending
Kids
money
these
on it.
days don't know who Beavis and Butthead is, bro. Like, why them?
Yeah, it's
I
interesting,
can see
right?
American Dad. American Dad kind of
Yeah,
transcends that generational gap. Like, I know what it is. Younger kids know what it is.
yeah.
Like, but Beavis and Butthead, I was like, who the fuck asked for this,
It
man?
had to have been like because I was thinking
One of
I
the
was wondering if
developers
there's
was
like
a
a
fan, right?
is there like a new show coming out or something? That was where my mind went. It's like I didn't know if they were trying to reintroduce Beavis and this was like a marketing
Maybe,
deal or
yeah,
something. You know what I
marketing.
mean? That's kind of what my head went with it. But I agree with you. Like I
That's
really
true.
I hope we get some sort of customization that's in line
That fits
with the
the
art
game.
style. Yeah, that kind of fits the game. You know what I mean? But I mean, if it's true, if this does come out in October, put it out before Call of Duty. Put this out before Call of Duty. That's all I
Put it
have to
out
say.
or either out before or later. I would say 3
Yeah,
months later, just so it can have its own like just room to breathe.
yeah. Oh, they have it. See,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
So we need to set it. Yeah, they have a new show, a new series on Paramount. So that makes sense. Okay, makes
Still,
sense.
bro, quit bringing back this nostalgia, bro. We don't create new things. I just think the entertainment business as a whole, just across the board, are relying too much on
Oh, it's been out.
nostalgia.
Oh, it's been out for a couple years. Okay, so I'm just completely wrong. Okay, cool.
I'm just old and out the loop.
Yeah, I'm just
Mm,
really out the loop on that. That's interesting.
I'm a fuddy duddy.
But either way, I hope this game does well. I want to see it succeed. I don't want this to just get buried again because that's what happened with 2042 because it was a technical disaster. That's what happened with the game before that because it was a technical disaster. I mean,
And that's why I was saying
you know,
lock in.
they have three studios of people, three studios of people working on this game. So I'm only gonna hope for the best. It's rumored to be $80. Once again, with Microsoft lowering their prices for the foreseeable future. That's why I said this should not come out near Call of Duty because if I'm just a consumer, I don't know anything about, you know, I'm not listening to our podcast. I'm not looking at reviews. I'm just trying to buy a game for my kid. I'm going to go with the cheaper option. You know, like that's typically how that goes. And if Call of Duty's cheaper than this, you know, c'est la vie. That's all she wrote. So, but yeah,
Mm.
we'll definitely be covering some Battlefield when it comes out, guys. So if you guys have
You know
never
what?
played,
I'm gonna throw my hat in the ring. I'm gonna buy it. I'm
yeah,
gonna just throw it out there. I'm gonna go in.
it's
I'll be
always a
the
good
test
time with
dummy.
friends, man. We usually play with a group of people and we always have fun. We don't take it too serious, you know. We're not like Battlefield experts or nothing. We just have fun. Like I just want to blow shit up.
I ain't gonna leave my boy. I ain't gonna leave my boy Era hanging,
Yeah,
bro. I'm gonna get it.
I just kind of want to blow some stuff up. If we're being honest, man. This could replace Siege. It's funny you
Whoa, you
mentioned that.
watching? Whoa,
It's
whoa,
funny you mentioned that
whoa.
because I'm starting to get a little fatigued. Not gonna lie, a little bit. Still fun with the homies. It's enough because we play once a week. If we played more than once a week, I would have been stopped playing already. I think.
And that's why I'm okay with only playing once a week.
Yeah, I think I
Because
would have fallen off.
last time,
Yeah.
remember, we were playing Siege every day. We were crack
For like
babies.
years. Yeah.
That's why we got to a point of hating it. We were
Yeah.
literally playing that game every day. Can you imagine just putting your brain in a
No.
blender
No.
every day?
We were punishing ourselves, and I don't know why we did that, man.
Mentally punishing ourselves. And yeah, this was before rank. Remember, because it didn't even have rank. It was just
Yeah, it was
what
before
was
rank came out. It was just a I forget what. I don't think there was like a quote unquote
it wasn't even
playlist.
modes. It was like you just play
Well,
it.
no, it was bomb.
Yeah,
I think there was team
hostage.
deathmatch and hostage. I think were the three modes.
Hey, bro, hostage was the most. People don't understand how funny hostage was because somebody would come in with a fuse.
Secure area. Thank you, Weenie. That's what it was. I could not remember the name of that shit. Yeah.
You got one person who come in with a fuse during hostage
Oh my gosh.
and fuse the hostage every time. Or I remember one time I grabbed a hostage and I was running to the drop off, and somebody shot the hostage in the back when I was carrying them. It used to be some funny stuff that happened playing
Yeah.
hostage. And I think that's why that game mode got pushed to the back burner because
It was terrible.
it was kind of hard to balance it.
It was terrible. I'll say it.
Yeah,
It was
it was.
terrible. I'm not even gonna be nice about it. It
Woo!
was a
It's
bad game
still on
mode.
there. That's what's crazy because I looked it up. It's still on the game. Nobody plays it though.
Yeah, no thanks, man.
Hostage in house? Come on, bro.
I would rather lick
Hostage.
sandpaper. That's what I would rather do.
You rather eat a dirt pie,
I,
bro?
I would rather lick the most coarse sandpaper you can legally buy. That's what I would rather
Well,
do.
see, the thing what makes me tired about Siege now is the amount of people that are blatantly cheating. Let me tell you
Yeah,
something.
yeah, pretty much.
I'm going back into these theater modes of some of the games that we played, and it's really obvious how hard people are cheating.
Hey,
Like,
man,
you might not catch it when we're playing,
I
but
block
I
them.
promise you,
Just
go
block them.
back in theater mode and watch some of the games.
I'll just block them. If it's even remotely like weird, you're blocked and you're reported. I don't care anymore. It is what it is.
Dudes are like shooting, like running around the corner, shoot like how like there's no way
Yeah.
you could have known I was right there.
Block, blockity, block, block,
Yeah.
block.
Like that's one of the big and then I was in Reddit and that seems actually that's been an ongoing problem. And it was supposed to be corrected with Siege X, but it worked for what a little while, and then cheaters are gonna find new
I was
loopholes.
about to
So
say, as
that's not
is life, there's no such thing
yeah.
as a foolproof anti-cheat. Unfortunately.
Yeah,
Um,
sucks. And I don't get it, but
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, it's fine. That's Battlefield 6, guys. There is a multiplayer reveal July 31st at the end of the month. So that's next week, actually. So we'll be talking about Battlefield next week. And I think that's a good place to Ubi Slop's new way of dealing with cheese. That's some nicely to stop. Okay, we need.
We've been on a tear,
I
man.
love
I don't
Weenie,
know.
man. Weenie, I love you, bro. Just know that, man.
Well, somebody must have poured some water in his Fruit Loops this morning,
Man,
boy.
love you, man.
I
All right, I think.
just read what he wrote.
Yeah, yeah.
Asked them nicely to stop cheating.
One day
That's
they might listen, but all right. I
yeah.
think that's a good place to cut it because the episode's getting a little long. I just realized we've been talking for over an hour. Cool.
Good conversation does that,
Yeah.
right?
All right, guys. Yeah, I think we'll wrap it here. We'll save the last topic for next week. A little bit of GTA story that we'll talk about next week with Twitch. Because I don't feel like there's gonna be much next week. And yeah, we'll probably talk a little Expo 33. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not gonna finish Act 1 by next Saturday. I'm gonna just keep it a buck with y'all. But I will start playing
Can
next
you do
week.
this? No. You need to do this. Because I would love to have Weenie as a guest, and we need to discuss what's going on with this game.
Yeah,
It's that
we
bad.
can play if
You,
Weenie's up to it. I'm not gonna force him to do nothing he don't want to do. If he is
hey, you
comfortable
don't
enough
even
to
have to
come
show
on.
your face. We could just put you a little image
Yeah,
up
nah,
here.
we're not gonna. Yeah, if you're feeling up to it, we could definitely have you on for some conversation. You and
The
you and
Expo,
Justin too, man. But yeah, we'll talk about it after. Yeah.
look, oh, Justin had to go to his next client, so he said he'll be back in. Because Justin is
Yeah,
a
no worries.
psychiatrist.
Yeah, he's a psychiatrist. Yeah.
Psychiatrist. Our good
Yeah.
brother's a psychiatrist over there, help healing the world. Okay.
Yeah. All right, let's get out of here, chat. Thank you guys for hanging out for episode 239 of the Super Weapon Podcast, man. Always good to be here, man, especially after long weeks, trying weeks. I don't really have much, man. The only thing I tell you guys, man, please take care of yourselves, man. Life is hard, unexpected shit happens. Lean on the people you have around you when you need it. And I love y'all, man. That's it. I don't got nothing else. I'm not even gonna tell you socials or nothing like that. It doesn't matter. I'm not really active on social media, but I just appreciate y'all. Follow Super Weapon, man. Just follow Super Weapon everywhere. Follow Super Weapon on YouTube. That's what I want y'all to follow, not me. So
And definitely come into our Discord. We need you there.
yeah, and join the Discord, please. That's all I got. DC.
Yes, sir. We are once again wrapping up another fabulous episode of the Super Weapon Podcast. Thank you guys for joining us, all our audio listeners. Hey, we have a lively crowd here on the live Twitch Saturday at 11, in the morning. Come on through. We need all of you to participate. It's been fun, like just literally just interacting with the chat and just talking to the chat and discussing topics that we wrote up and did research on. But anyway, shout out to Justin for dropping by. We got Moonlight in the building. Shout out to Weenie, always one of our number one Pillars of Hope. Anderson, wherever you are, we're wishing you well, buddy. We hope that you are doing great. Um, you'll always be welcome here, brother. If you ever need to talk, we're here for you.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lisa. Lisa, we are hoping that you are getting your nails done and just fully recovered and healthy. You are in our thoughts and prayers as well. Shout out to Tori for just stopping by and anybody else that I missed. We thank you from the deepest pits of our hearts for the support. And that's all I have.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for hanging out. If you guys are in chat, stick around because we're gonna play some Siege. See you later next week. Peace.